Next up is Christian, showing the progress you made with this game for the last weeks. Woohoo.
Hello everyone. So it was 2 months ago, I think I showed here last time. And most of the time I've been like refactoring my code. But one major part of it was converting from an old system, which is like having components for each thing you can do with an object, to using abilities. So basically these are the abilities for the character. So he can spawn in, he can despawn, he can hold stuff, he can move around, and he can control things on the ship, and he can aim around. So these things change based on the objects, of course. So, for example, for ammunition boxes, they spawn in, they can be held, they can despawn, and they can load things. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want an easy system to be able to make sure what can be done with other things, and also a bit for performance sake. So for example, with this character movement, it can do it with other categories, like firing guns or using something with your arms. It can do it when you're holding things, and it can do it while loading things and aiming around. When you go and do movement, it can't really interrupt anything, it just moves around right now. But for example, when you have the controlling ability, which basically means that you take control over a console or a screen, you won't be able to move around when you're doing this. So by this I can just tag this mask here, and you can just, this ability will be deactivated. So this was a big part of the last 2 months. But I also did some visual things, so this is what I'm going to show here. My game is a multiplayer game. This makes everything take a bit longer to implement. So the first thing I did was remake the starting point. So right now you can choose team, red or blue, and then move around so I can easily debug it. Then you can move in to create a crew. This makes you spawn this ship. Second thing was visual stuff for spawning and despawning. So you have this blue thing that sends in. So this is for both the ship and all the interior stuff and these ammo crates that I have. So this is basically just adding a shader, and it registers to these abilities that I showed before. Right, so yeah, I also added the teleport things on the ships. So you can move around and make some more interesting ships later on. Then I added some more logic into the missiles and ammunition. Both here is the thing that missiles and lasers just first penetrate shields and then the hull. And also this shader effect that I did in shader graph, which makes points of hit that radiates out. So some effects and some progress with refactoring. So thank you all.
What are the abilities? Are they like scriptable objects or?
So I'm using Unity.ecs. So the ability is to basically add a component to a separate entity. So you have the main entity, which is the character, and then he will have an array of other abilities, which are array of other entities, which are the abilities which has these components.
Will you be able to board other ships, Jack Sparrow style?
No, not yet. I will start off with only having the people inside the ship, because I want it to be a very cooperative game. So I don't want people to go off and solo play on the other ship.
When are you hoping to have a demo ready?
I was looking. I did a roadmap, and it said I should have a demo ready at the end of the month. Looking at the progress I did so far from before when I made a roadmap, I'm not sure I will make it, but the aim is still at the end of the month.
Just like when you fly, like it looks to me you can fly around the ship, and then people at the same time can walk around, right?
Yes.
Will have like gravity and all that, like have an effect, like inertia when you like.
I will like fake it. So if you will get hit by a missile or something, I will make forces on the things inside the ship, but it won't be coming automatically by it. So that was all. Thank you very much for listening.